Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Military Spouse to Millionaire. I am low-key the most excited. I didn't want to hype you up too much to make you more nervous, but this is Mariah.
Hi.
She does work for me, but you are also ever in all the history of Finding Home, the first client that has been on the podcast. So,
oh wait, really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
And now
Pressure's
that I know, right? So, fun fact about my business, I would say most of the people who work for me are in fact past clients, which is kind of great. I love that. I love supporting military spouses, and I think learning things within real estate does give anybody the opportunity to learn a skill that is largely transferable, right?
Yeah.
Because you can do real estate anywhere. So even if you're not an agent, but we'll get into all the things that you do in a minute, but you can take what you've done for me. And Mariah's moving soon, but thank God she's staying on board. So she's staying on with me, even though she's moving. And Jenny, who everyone met on the team podcast recently, she also works remotely. So not only can you stay working with me remotely, but it's also something you can do from home for moms, for spouses, for people who support our service members and don't always have the luxury of making our own schedules. I think this is a nice opportunity for military spouses to get into this industry and learn these skill sets that they can take with them everywhere. So I am honestly so excited that you are my first past client. Also works for me, but to be on the podcast. And also I have this small gift for you.
Yay!
So quick note on Mariah. She edits these podcasts. So all the funny clips and great editing, shots, cuts, all the things. This right here is the mastermind. The last podcast I did with a guest, this tag was hanging on this tree and you could very clearly.
I was like, all I can see is that tag.
She said
her arm was kind of there next to it. So it's like, I can't just cut her arm off. And it's not a big deal.
But you sent me a close-up screenshot of it. You're like, I'm going to cut this tag off this tree immediately. And I came upstairs with a knife and sawed it off. I was like, I'll give this to her.
Framing it. It'll go in my office.
Yeah, when we podcast at your new house, which has so much space because it's in Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
So anyways, I got you this small
podcast
present to assure you that it's no longer on the tree and won't haunt your episode.
The first thing I looked at.
She's like, where's the tag? But thank you so much for being on the podcast. I am so excited to start talking to people who have, been through the home buying process here in Hawaii, but specifically with me and going through the Finding Home method, and just you especially had some trepidations when you were moving here, and I'll
get into that.
Yeah, I'll ask you to talk about your real estate story in a minute. But just thank you so much.
Yeah,
I know
happy to be here. Yeah,
not everybody's cup of tea, and it's a little
I'm nervous.
It's a little nerve-wracking. Even for me, I sit down to do these podcasts, and I'm like, and I've done them.
It's funny because it's it feels so natural sitting here talking to you. Though, it's just
the point.
Knowing there's a camera.
Don't even pay attention to the camera.
I know.
I will just let you jump into it. I'll stop talking and I'll let you talk.
Oh
but
gosh, okay.
Tell the World Wide Web about the process. Start way back because you bought with me 5 years ago.
5 years ago. We moved here in November 2020. I was having a baby that year as well. So we kept having to defer our arrival because of that and because of COVID. My husband was the guinea pig, I guess, in his unit to learn how to get here.
For you guys.
She was very helpful in getting us here. So that was wow, she's being so nice, but I want to hate her. Not hate her, but you
were skeptical.
Yeah,
which is
I was
normal.
so skeptical. Yeah. I want to see all the information before I jump in and make a decision. And
I did. I gave her the chart.
She freaking did. And so, Sean would be talking to me about it and be like, okay, let's talk to her first. I want to hear her. And then we had our conversation.
Sean is Mariah's husband.
Yes.
Hi, Sean.
Sean's my husband. So we had our first call with her, and I was the whole time, I was barely even listening because I was just trying to read them. I was like, rude. Are they being honest? Are they being real? Are they just trying to sell me? Because I feel like a lot of people feel that way about realtors.
100%.
Anyways, she's just trying to sell us. I don't want to jump in on it's Hawaii. There's no way we're enlisted there. I just, in my head was there's no way we can afford to buy in Hawaii. There's no way. So she broke it down, even all the payments. I would keep asking Sean, but what about this payment? What about this payment? And he would be like, no, she said that it's all in there. Let's text her again. And she always responded. So That was really great.
It is what I'm known for. Although now that you're on the team and I'm like 1 hour response time,
yeah,
you're
I'm like, oh,
damn, this sucks.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta hurry.
As a client, you appreciated it. I know.
Really did, because it was just so nice to know that, like, okay, she's there. So we got here. Sean was in quarantine because of all the COVID rules. And so I went, it's crazy.
Isn't it crazy to like think back and be like, we lived through that.
It was a cool experience to be here during COVID because it was like empty.
Yeah. You could go downtown Waikiki to where it's like shoulder to shoulder packed with people.
It is.
And it was empty. It was completely.
I would be the only one on the beach and I'd be like, this feels like a ghost town.
Yeah.
You know?
It was weird. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. So I met her for the first time by myself and I was like, oh, of course I have to go by myself to meet them. I think it was to get keys.
Yeah.
I think that was what it was. So I drove from Waikiki.
Oh yeah, let's not gloss over the fact that you did this like remotely
and
like
sight unseen.
Let's not forget about that, because that's
first home
popular.
in Hawaii, sight unseen. And I just was convinced for forever there's no way we would ever buy a home in Hawaii. So a lot of things that I thought were against us. Yeah, go to meet them for the first time and they're so nice to me and I'm trying so hard to just be like, thank you. Like,
bye.
Yeah, I feel bad now. But yeah, it was great. And do you remember we got towed?
I do remember, yes. And I still to this day will not park in guest parking in that neighborhood because I'm like, I got towed from here once and they were fast. Like that tow truck must have followed us or something.
They really were.
Yeah. Fun fact.
When we got towed 2 more times after that, I think.
Did you really?
We did. We just
guest parking here in Hawaii is gangster. So
it really is.
Mariah's
Street
neighborhood
parking is life.
Yeah. You have to have like a special placard to park in guest parking, even if you're just there for like the afternoon. Which is not normal. I will say, like, that is not a normal thing. That is a very your neighborhood specific thing.
It is.
But you have to have a little placard. So just.
But I don't mind because also it's nice because like when people come, it's not like random people are just camping out in our guest spots because we live like right next to one of them. Yeah. So
I know that's the one I was towed from. But yes, I do remember that.
So, anyways, that was really great. She gave us the welcome bag and everything. Got to see the house for the first time, and I was like, everything she said, I'm seeing. Like all the disclaimers she gave me about the house. You know, you're gonna want to look at this. You might want to fix this. So I was going into it thinking there's going to be so much more that she didn't tell me probably. But no, it was all the things. She gave me this like descriptive video tour. We knew a friend that was here that had worked with Kendra before. And so they went and like looked at the neighborhood and checked it out. And they were like, no, it's like a great neighborhood. You got this elementary school right by it. We had at the time a 2-year-old and a newborn. So I wanted to make sure we were in just a family friendly neighborhood, which she made sure we were. So
walking distance from my house at the time. So I was very familiar with the neighborhood anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know where you lived.
So we lived when we first got here in 2017. So we were actually selling our first house
when we got here.
Yeah. Like we're literally like when you got here, the friends who referred you, they live in a townhouse, the single family homes right across the street. We lived in those in Ocean Point.
Oh my God.
So it was like right there. And then when we moved, it was just to the other side of Ocean Point. So still like walking distance from both of those houses. So
nice.
yeah, it was
very cool.
Very family friendly for us too.
I love it. The meeting went well. And honestly, the rest is history. We got everything moved in. We renovated right away. That was like her big suggestion. Like get it done as soon as you can. And so we just got it done as fast as we could. And then we could just enjoy our home.
Which is honestly a pro tip. Like people who live in a house for like 2.5 years and then rush to renovate it during the last 6 months that they're living there. Not only does it feel chaotic, but you're renovating it for somebody else. Like if you're going to renovate, try to do as much as you can early on and then you can at least enjoy it is my pro tip.
And just the stress of moving again, like I don't want to be renovating something while trying to figure out moving again. So we were lucky enough to be able to do it when we first moved in. Kind of segueing into how I started working with Kendra.
It's a long story.
Sean, it's kind of, I'll try to keep it quick, but Sean had a coworker who had a cleaning business. And they were kind of chatting about it back and forth, just like, it's like super easy money here because there's not a lot of, there's like a ton of realtors out here.
And
probably a lot of cleaning. Probably a lot of cleaners, but not as many good ones, I guess. Yes. So Sean was the one that started doing the cleanings. I was on the back end doing the website, making it legal, all that stuff. I had just had like a wrist surgery, so I couldn't do anything. So he would do a few of them, and the money was like really good. We were on a single income because I got furloughed due to COVID, and then we moved here, and I had a newborn. So it just
all the things.
It was weird timing. So, anyways, and so I was like, this is something I could probably do. I might be able to. Maybe I can take the kids with me, or luckily I had a few babysitters lined up, and so I started doing it, and I started doing strictly move out cleans. Sometimes I would take the kids with me, bring the tablet, bring all the snacks. And it was hard, but honestly, like being poor is harder. So that was my mentality. It was just like, we're doing this for the money.
Mentality.
Yeah. Strictly for the money. Cause it was just like, I can pay for my kids to go to preschool. I paid for my family to go to Japan.
Cleaning.
Because of the cleanings. And then Kendra found out I was doing cleanings. She hired me to clean her house. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to clean her house. And it's this big, beautiful house. So I was like, oh, okay. So came and cleaned it a few times. And then she started hiring me to
She did such a good job. She cleaned
So-
my house and I was like, oh
So
my
nice.
God. Like, no, you're so nice. You're meticulous. Like when
I
you
am.
clean something, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's the word I would describe. Like it was meticulous. When she would clean something and it was like my whole house, like every nook and cranny was cleaned. Like the grout was clean. I don't know. Like
Yeah, one time she was sick. She like holed herself up downstairs. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be doing the downstairs bedroom and bathroom. So I'll do a little extra upstairs. And I like cleaned the grout in her shower and like her toilet area. And I was like, look at this picture. It's so good.
It was instantly made me feel better. I was like, wow. And I have red hair, guys. Like this is not natural hair color, obviously. And I have white tile.
White tile, white grout. Yeah.
And red hair color. So I have really pink tile and pink grout in my bathroom. And she got it sparkling white.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I don't know if it was great for you. But
It's satisfying. Oddly enough, like I did it for the money, but also it was therapeutic for me. Once I was more consistent with getting babysitters lined up, this is my time. I can listen to my audiobook.
Yeah, that's true.
And just go ham. Like all my aggression can go into cleaning
Doing
a house.
this.
So, I mean, I like having a clean home. So I just would do that in the homes I would go in. That's when I started working with Jenny a lot.
Yes.
She would start emailing me about all the homes. And so I would just be booking up my months. And then you would refer me on the spouse pages.
Yes.
I don't remember why I got on the spouse pages because normally I make an effort not to go on those.
Right.
But I think I had gone on just to be like, hey, I'm cleaning.
For
like if
business
you need anybody to
purposes.
do it. And then she started tagging me. So then I started like, oh, that's a good idea. I'll start tagging her too. So we were kind of doing that back and forth and that made it blow up even more. A couple years of doing this. I don't know how I did it for so long because I would go home and just be like, I'm
talking
done.
to Emily and talking to Kama, who are now like doing the cleanings, or like Emily did the cleanings and Kama's currently doing the cleanings. I do not see how your body
It was
like
insane.
handled that. For Emily did it for like a few months.
Couple months, yeah.
And not even on like the scale or volume that you were doing it at one point in time.
Yeah,
and
I was doubling. I would do 2 a day. I did have
Oh
a
my
partner. She was the best partner, but then she moved.
that bitch.
About the same time we were talking about me starting to work for her.
Mhm.
In our team podcast, my toxic trait is I don't like to ask for help and I want to do it all perfectly myself. It's so funny because I feel like she saw me at my literal worst when she hired me on to start working for her because
Not
I was running this
true.
cleaning business now
Alone.
completely solo. I stopped taking on as many cleanings because I knew I was going to start working for her. But also I was health appointments for one of my children, health appointments for myself. Like it was the craziest summer ever. So thank you for sticking out for me.
No, it's okay. Like,
oh my
it's
gosh.
honestly, like knowing you and working with you in your cleaning business and seeing just like your dedication to that and how you grew that and the hustle, like I respect hustle. Like that is something that speaks like deeply to my soul. Like I will overlook a lot of things or like not prioritize a lot of things if someone has hustle, because I think in real estate and especially real estate here, you need to have that. Like that is a critical, component to success.
Watching her team, it's like,
but like watching you and being a part of, you building a business from nothing was amazing to see. And like so rewarding just as a person who like just knew you, just to see a military spouse succeed. I was like, go girl. Like that was amazing.
It really was like, okay, I know it's a cleaning business, but like,
it doesn't matter.
I did that.
You did that.
Sean did it too. He was there in the beginning. He got it started. Because again, I was skeptical. But I was like, zero money up front. Like, let's go. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
Maybe our vacuum breaks and we'll just go get a new one.
Right.
Knowing that there wasn't as much money involved in that. That's why it was like, okay, let's do it. Let's just make sure it's like safe.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring my kids into somebody's home if I don't feel safe in it either. So
right.
Anyways, and he would help, but he started school on top of work, which is why I was like, well, I'll just keep doing it. Like, let's go.
You crushed
and
it.
then I
like
just
you
kept going
grew
and going
it into
and
this.
not stopped. I don't know when I'm tired until I'm tired. So
yeah, she was real tired last summer. And I was like, hey.
Oh
but
man.
then like low key, I had known you for all of these years and didn't know you had this background that you have like education wise. And I'm like, you idiot. Like
no. It was a good experience. I have no regrets with
Yeah.
the cleaning business and how things have
the progression of
happened.
things. Well,
I
I
needed
feel
that.
dumb because I was like, I've needed someone in this role that you now fill. Like the void that you fill in finding home is,
I love my void.
yeah, like you should void it up. Like
Yeah.
she is so substantial what you do, and like the stress that I had trying to piecemeal that role to other people or trying to do it all myself while I'm doing like floppity jillion other things.
Yeah.
So maybe I share the same toxic trait. I was like, no, I can keep doing it.
I can
Or
just do
like,
it all. And then
I
you
can
hear
just
from
do
someone
it
else
all.
like, yeah, you need to stop. And
yeah.
it's like, do I though?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like so much. And then I learned about your background and I was like, this gem has been sitting here in front of me for literally 5 years or more now, like over 5 years. And I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I just thought you were a great cleaning lady. I
met Victoria. So
Yes.
Victoria,
That was crazy to me when I found
Victoria's
out you guys
son
knew
and
each
my
other.
son went to the same preschool. And so I'd be like, I would see her and be like, gosh, I feel like I've seen her off and on somewhere. Where have I seen her? And I finally was like, so what do you do? Like, where have I met you? And she's like, I work for a realtor. And I was like, is she Kendra? Is that who you work for? I love Kendra. So anyway, no shade to other realtors, but she was my favorite one to like do cleanings for. Her and Jenny, just their processes that they had, it was so smooth. There's hiccups that happen with growing a business and, you know, learning how to work together and everything. But I just feel like the communication was spot on with them. So anyways.
Well, now on the back
So
end
good.
of the business, like you can see behind the scenes.
Yeah,
like pull
how
back
much
the
is
curtain.
happening.
Yeah, but how much we genuinely try to prioritize communication and clear expectation setting and respecting other people's time, literally above all else.
Yeah.
So thank you for appreciating that because you can see now behind the scenes, like,
oh my gosh.
we put a lot of effort into that.
Yes,
thing.
they do.
So-
and like I would get phone calls from homeowners and they'd say, oh, I need to get my house cleaned. Okay, when do you need to clean by? Oh, I'm actually not too sure. Do you know? And I'd be like, why? Your realtor should have someone call me. Like I feel like that's a service that
they should be
this
providing
realtor's doing.
Yeah.
Why aren't they doing it? So anyway, so I just
when
loved
I
it.
found out that you and Victoria knew each other, like, because she was like, oh, Mariah. And I was like, my Mariah? Like, what do you mean, Mariah?
What are you talking about?
For the longest time, I didn't even know how you guys met. I was like,
Yeah.
how did this even happen?
She texted me and she's like, are you looking to do anything else? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I just told you. I'm like so tired from these
dying
things.
here.
I'm totally looking for something else. And she was like, well, would you be interested in like working for Kendra? And I was like, I mean, I already work for her in this capacity.
In
She's
a
great.
larger capacity.
And would
She
love
was
to.
She was the one that brought the idea to me.
Yeah.
And again, like she was like, what about Mariah? And I was like, my Mariah? Like
What? The one that cleans?
Yeah. I was like, housekeeper Mariah? And she was like, yeah, she has a background in marketing, advertising,
business management.
Yeah. So Victoria, having had those like conversations with you and chatting with you, just more like moms at the beach or like whatever, when she used to do what you do on the team now. So she did a lot of the like reminders and communications and ordering supplies and shopping for gift bags and just all of the things you kind of go over in the team podcast. But she was, like you said, in the process of moving into more of like getting her real estate license, wanting to do assisting agent stuff. And I was nervous because I was like, it's going to leave this void, but I didn't want to discourage her from doing that because I do truly feel like she's such a good fit for that role. Like she's so warm and she's encouraging and she is very good at taking time to really like explain things to people in person and make sure that they're comfortable. And that's all critical for that role. And she does all of that so beautifully. So I was like, can I just clone you? But, you know, then she was like, what about Mariah? And honestly, so grateful for the recommendation. She has that sense, Victoria.
She really does.
She does. Because then Emily too, like we gave keys to another client who bought Sight Unseen. I met them for the first time, giving them their keys. And since COVID, it really has popped off. Like buying Sight Unseen.
Really?
Is now,
That's
I would
what we
say,
did. Our house in Colorado that we're moving to. Sight Unseen.
I gifted you my realtor there though. So I feel very, very good about all that. But we left Emily's house and we're walking to the car and again, we had been talking about trying to find someone to help you with cleanings because your partner, your assistant or whatever had just left, you know. She didn't get furloughed, but there was like a hiring freeze at the time.
Yes, hiring freeze, yeah.
Whatever was going on in the government at that time.
And they were kind of just like dangling the job in front of her, it felt like. So just like, not yet, but
it's here. It's right
possible,
here.
you know?
Exactly.
I felt bad.
But she, again, like you, is like, I want to have a full plate. I like to be busy. I don't just want to sit at home. And so she started jumping in and helping with you.
She
But
was
again,
great. We got along so well.
Yeah.
She's like, this is awesome. Like, we can do this. And then she came to a meeting. No, I saw on the calendar that you met with her, and I was like, oh no.
My health is going away.
I know. Oh my gosh.
But she has an amazing skill set for like TC work now. So she transitioned out of cleaning into being like transaction manager, and then into social media stuff, essentially like helping you at first, but then you moved way more into like the communications role that you're in now. And you still absolutely help with social media, but she has this like natural knack for social media that I was just like, run with it, girl.
Her and Duncan too, like her and her husband. She'd be like, oh, he sent me a bunch of these ideas. I'm like, that is so cool. Like,
it is like the Munch Madness. Like if you, by the time this airs, Munch Madness will be over, but we're doing this thing now called Munch Madness. And that was actually Duncan's idea.
Amazing.
I know, it is
so
amazing.
Fun.
And people have really enjoyed it. And we're doing a giveaway at the end of it. And it's
really cool.
Very interesting to me to look back over the last like 3-ish years and just see the team dynamic changing or like progression of people.
Oh yeah.
Victoria especially, she's the only one on the team that's done every single job.
Role.
Like every single role on the team, starting out, like as my social media person and moving into, dabbled lightly in transaction management just because I think Jenny was on a trip or super busy. She just had to figure out how to help and do transaction management, and then moving into just the role that she's in now and just ordering supplies. Like I keep looking around the room because you guys can't see it on camera, but the podcast room
is
doubles.
Also a warehouse.
Yes, doubles as finding home Costco. And so something that Mariah gets to hand off soon, which I'm sure you're actually pretty excited about.
Yeah. I mean, I like it too.
Really? I found this the most. So there are shelves along both walls, and it has all of our gift bag supplies and then like some assembled gift bags. But periodically, depending on how busy we are, we go to the commissary and we have to buy like big loads. Like there's probably like 36 packs of bottled water. There's a bunch of towels. I'm not going to give
the
away
bottled
the
water is the worst part, just because it's so
part.
Heavy, and this is upstairs in her house, so it's always like, Sean, are you going to be home tonight?
Yeah,
can you come move some waters up for me?
So it's like when the big boxes of towels come in. I need to take those boxes downstairs. They've been there forever. Note to self. But like shopping for all of this stuff, and just like I like to have about 30 of everything kind of in back stock, and just going for such a big haul.
It's time.
It's definitely time for those paper towel. Anyways, but now Bella, who is our newest team member, you guys went to the commissary the other day, and she's a military spouse and past client as well. And I'm assuming that went well. It's not rocket science, but
it really isn't.
It's just tedious.
It can be tedious. Yeah. Just making the time to go out there. There were a couple months when I first started doing it. I was going to commissary, Target, Walmart, because it's like nothing had everything we needed. That's where it was like, this is BS. Like, what the heck? There's got to be an easier way. So I was trying to do online orders, but then stuff would break. And so it's just like
the dish soap. Like, two different times from Walmart, they came in. They were just like it was just like dish soap.
Learn my lesson. We don't buy from Walmart and deliver it to Kendra.
Right? No.
I
don't want anything from Walmart to be delivered to my house.
What's sad is if it was anywhere else that packaged it, probably would have shown up just fine. So, anyways,
it was just literally like
we live and we learn.
In there was no packaging or anything. It was just like bottles in a box.
Why?
Why? Walmart do better.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So
I like putting the bags together. The clients don't see me. They don't even know I exist pretty much. So it's like, this is my little thank you to being a client, So
I love that you love that. I found it so tedious. But I think I found it tedious.
But if you did it by yourself for years.
Years. So, I did it by myself for years. And obviously not at this scale. Because, I mean, it's April 2nd right now as we're recording this. And we have 13 closings.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That might actually be okay because some of them are sellers. So we don't give these to sellers. But that's also a huge part of what you do is kind of tracking that stuff, like looking at the big board that we have out in the next room and being able to say like, okay, we have 9 buyers closing this month. Let's make sure we have enough gift bags. Like a lot of the logistics that you manage for me, again, like behind the scenes, people don't see
behind the scenes,
but they're so grateful for it, whether you know it or not. You should know it. People are
because I experienced such a smooth transaction.
And just to be clear, back when you bought, I was doing all.
Yes,
I didn't have somebody remind me. Like Mariah literally does all the things. She like reminds me like, it's time to check in with this person. This person's coming here in a week. We need to set up their house hunting. Like
I literally have a list I'll be giving her after this meeting of some more checks she needs to do.
So it's like
beginning of the month. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's like all the home anniversary gifts, the just so much stuff that people genuinely are so grateful for. I was doing all of that when you bought, so I had my own list, and I had to. Yeah, it was.
I didn't. Yeah.
I don't know either. I like blacked out for 3 years. The first 3 years that I ran this business. Clayton would literally ask me, he's like, do you even want to have a family? Do you even care about us?
I guess that's why I'm doing it.
And I was like, I'm like, at the end of the day, yes, I'm doing this for our family. But those first 3 years,
you had to hustle.
It was a crushing amount of work because I do have maybe a toxic trait to just like jump in with both feet and like not care about anything else. And I do think that's why I was successful at this. People ask me that all the time. They're like, how are you so successful? Like, how are you such a good agent? And I talked about this on a solo podcast. I don't think necessarily that I'm a better agent than other agents. Actually, there are a lot of agents out there that with other things in real estate probably are much better than me. I'm extremely proficient at my niche, like the VA loans, the military community. Like I'm very, that's the community that I serve, and that's what I know. And I am statistically ranked number 1 right now. So I can say I am the best at that right now.
She's got all the timelines down. Like,
yes,
she doesn't need to, let me look that up again real quick. No, she knows what the military is expecting of you guys when you get here. Like, yes. So I don't think that I'm better than other agents, but my hustle is there. And that's at the beginning of the episode. That is what made me better, was the hustle. Like I was answering people morning, noon, night, holidays, weekends. Didn't matter what I was doing, where I was at, if I was at dinner, if I was at my daughter's school events, like I was working, I was responding to things. And that was a little taxing on my family for sure. And it did cause, stress and strain. But I think you look at any successful, obviously I use the term empire loosely. I'm not like so overblown, full of myself. If you look at any successful business, like Jeff Bezos didn't build Amazon by not pouring his entire heart and soul. Elon Musk did not find success with Tesla because he half-assed it and only did it 20 hours a week. It was just the hustle that I put into this, and just like the absolute reckless abandon of like, military families need to know these entitlements. They need help moving here. They need to know that there are options outside of living in on-base housing with the bugs and the mold and the jet fuel in the water to spend that over $100,000 in BAH that we get when we're here. Like it was just such an all-consuming. When she laid it out like that, it was just like, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for on post. We had lived on post before moving here, and it was like the maintenance requests were slow. And since being in my childhood home, I was a renter. It comes with its pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so when you laid it out, it was just like, oh my gosh, why would I do that?
Yeah.
If I know I have the option. And you've mentioned too, when you first bought your house, you guys saying like, we wish we had done this sooner. And just, I think that passion you have for getting the message out there that I don't think a lot of military people know is you do have a VA loan you can start using.
Right.
I didn't know you could start using it. Yeah. I didn't know we could use it more than once. Like I just didn't know these things. So I think you also have that passion and drive from just like, hello, like, why didn't we know this?
Yeah.
So
because the military doesn't tell us.
Yeah.
Like they'll do the most ridiculous of trainings, right? In the military. Like
kind of brief over it,
Yeah. Like you have a VA loan and then that's it. That's all they tell you. But they'll like sharp train you to death. Yeah. They're EO training people. They're taking you to the range. They're putting service members in these like schools. And I'm not saying those things aren't important, but let's maybe quarterly at least, sit down.
Talk about it a little.
Let's talk about it a little.
How can you build wealth for yourself while you're serving your country? Someone had told me one time, you live like millionaires, but you're not millionaires, obviously, because you're not making, not making that money, but there's the benefits that come with it. And if you learn how to utilize the benefits that you're given in the military, absolutely, you can totally set yourself up for a better future.
Yeah.
So.
Nice segue, though. Yeah. So Mariah is currently selling her house right now.
Yes.
How much success have you realized? You don't have to give us an exact dollar amount.
I know the market appreciates every year, but just with everything going on in the world, you just get nervous. And we were very pleasantly surprised at the appreciation.
Yeah. I want to touch on the fact that you're taking at least some of that. I don't obviously know what you're doing with every single penny of it, but it is a healthy sum, and you're taking that and you're rolling at least some of it into your next property.
Oh yeah.
In Colorado,
yes.
because
we will need to. Yes.
Yeah, you got.
Because we want to do this again. Like that was the biggest thing. Our biggest takeaway was, oh my gosh, yes, it's a sacrifice owning a home, but so is renting a home. You know, there's different sacrifices you get with both. But the payout of owning a home is like so much more and so gratifying. Like we freaking did that. Like we hustled, we made it work, we made the payments, we fixed the house, and here we are at the other end of it. Like, oh, okay, it was worth it, you know?
Yeah.
And we want to do it again when we go to the next duty station and the next duty station. So if that's like
that is
anything I've learned from Kendra, it's to just keep going, you know?
Yeah.
So
keep rolling it into your next investment and next investment and next investment. And I love how you said that about like, there's going to be some sort of sacrifice if you rent or if you live on post, because I tell people that all the time. There's no sacrifice-free option here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You are either going to sacrifice, you know, let's talk about on-post housing compared to buying. The biggest thing that on-post housing has going for them, in my opinion, is just space. They're larger homes.
Larger homes. But I mean,
but
not everybody gets in those larger homes, too,
right? And you're not guaranteed a garage. You're not guaranteed a yard, which a lot of people think.
Yeah.
But then also you are giving away over $100,000 back to on-base housing. And you do have to take the time to do your due diligence. And that's something else. People will drill down on buying and want to do all this research and all this stuff. And then they'll skim over on-post housing issues. They're like, oh yeah, there might be some bugs. But they don't drill down on it in the same way that they do.
If you're moving here, get on the spouse pages or get on like the Schofield Barracks Army Wives page. You will see at least once a week somebody's ceiling caved in and there's just mold everywhere. And they're not treating it. They're just painting over it. So.
Yeah. And then there's the bugs. And then there are things like on Schofield specifically, constant power outages.
Yeah.
Because the transformer for the electrical system up there is too overloaded. Also, because of that, you're not allowed to cool your home to whatever temperature you want.
Yeah, no.
You know, that's a thing.
I can't do that. My home needs to be cool, okay?
Same
I run
here,
hot,
like,
all right? I love it.
You and Victoria both love coming to my house because Clayton keeps our house like a meat locker.
Yeah.
Like I normally am rolling around in like a sweater, socks. Like I have to
I don't know how she does it. Yeah.
to go outside. It's crazy.
No, feels good here.
But you're giving away over $100,000 and you can't even cool your home.
Yeah, you don't have
to the temperature that you want to live in. It's mind-boggling to me. But people will say, oh, but I don't want to get rid of my 12-foot dining room table. So I'm going to live in on-post housing.
Give up $100,000 so you can have a 12-foot dining table. Yes, sure. That makes sense.
But I hear it like, ask Victoria. Ask Victoria and Kama how many times 10-foot sectionals, 12-foot dining tables are the bane of our existence.
Like, what are your plans for when you come to Hawaii? Are you planning on staying at home or are you planning on being in Hawaii? Like, why do we need a 12-foot dining table? We're going to be out and about. I can't tell you how many times we've skipped dinner since living here. Not skipped making a meal at home to just go enjoy the island and go
to Delish.
Get involved, you know?
Yeah.
So, you don't need the big couch. You're going to be fine.
Yeah, you're going to be okay.
You'll be just fine.
My argument, though, is that the couch, the dining table, those are depreciating assets.
Yeah.
If you think
it, no, ours are so trash.
From an investment mindset, right? Which is what I encourage people to do. Like, look at this through the lens of investing. That 10-foot sectional is never going to make you any money truly because you're
especially if you have kids and a dog.
Goddamn, yeah.
Or pets.
Or just on a military move. That shit's probably broken.
And on base, it's red dirt everywhere. I've cleaned plenty of homes over there. And it's just like the red dirt is in all of their furniture. It's in their, it's on their clothes. It's everywhere. So
true.
Anyway.
And that shit stains. It'll never come out.
Ugh,
but
it does.
That's the thing that kills me is like people are so quick to throw away that $100,000.
Yeah.
And seeing the profit that you guys are making, it literally like
it blew my mind.
It blows my mind because I'm like, people are literally looking at on-post housing for a couch or for just the ease of not having to do something that's a temporary uncomfortable situation or a temporary inconvenience or a temporary situation to make a profit that is going to set you up. It's a stepping stone. It's not like you sold one house in Hawaii and can retire. It's a stepping stone. But
it's a starter home.
Exactly. It's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. Mm-hmm. And I applaud you guys.
I'm all about that. So
for making the sacrifice though. Even though you were skeptical in the beginning, like you took the time to truly hear me out. The call that I was on the other day, like it went fine as it could go, talking to people who were like, the war in Iran and the storms that you just had here. And we're so nervous about those things. I just flat out told them, like partway through the call, I was like, you are scared and you are using these things as an excuse to put your head in the sand and not look at the actual 40 years of data that I am providing you to show you the stability, the return on investment, the average appreciation that we see here. And he was like, yeah, I am. He was totally like,
no, very true.
You know, and at least
and she's not going to put you in, like, you got to trust that she's not going to be like, oh, here's a house for you. Just go move there. Storm comes in and it blows the house away.
Right.
She's not going to put you in something like that.
Right.
You know, like,
because I mean, quite frankly, future you and future me probably are going to have some dealings together, right?
Yeah,
like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I sold you the house, I have an extremely high return rate for clients coming back to me.
It's a big test.
Yeah.
You know, you working with buyers, that I feel like it's your test to them to see, okay, are you someone I'd be willing to work with when we PCS again?
Yeah.
So,
and
I don't know if you know that.
I passed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I pass that test often because
Yes.
most of my buyers do come back to me and sell with me. So I have a vested interest from the beginning to sell my clients homes that are going to do well for them, because 3, 4, 5 years from now, I'm going to be on the hook to sell this shit for you.
Yep.
I'm not going to encourage you to buy a home that's a shit show.
You want it to sell.
Yes, I mean, everybody wants it to sell.
Yes.
So it's in everyone's best interest, you know, that I have good business practices, which I do, and I educate people in the market that they're buying in, which I do. And just all of these things not only benefit me as far as like having an educated client, but they are advantages to you as a client and having the peace of mind that data is data. It's not like I made it up. It's not like finding home statistics, you know, it's like National Association of
Anyone
Realtors
can see it,
numbers. Exactly. So I just applaud you and Sean really for like starting out as skeptics and really like,
thanks for putting up with me.
No, you had lots of, there's a difference between someone who's skeptical but has like good questions and is just cautious, but is really willing and interested in learning why this isn't as scary as they think it might be. Okay, and then on the other side of that coin, someone who is just like shitty about it, right? Like it's not the skepticism that bothers me. Be skeptical. I have 40 years of data that I'm going to thrust on you just to educate you. Not only, and then my own personal metrics about, you know, I only work with military. I'm the #1 agent in the state. I did 134 transactions last year, only military. We did our quarterly statistics yesterday in our team meeting. Huge piece of the pie. I don't even remember the actual number. I think it was like 70% of my transactions the first quarter of the year enlisted people. Yeah. Not officers, which people are like, you need to be an officer to buy in Hawaii. You don't.
Nope, you don't. You do not need to be an officer to buy in Hawaii.
There is a way to approach skepticism that is still respectful of my time that I'm giving to people, educating them on all of that. And if you look at all of it and you're like, I'm just too scared to make this move, that's okay. Like it's okay to look at all of it and be like, I see it and I'm just too scared to pull the trigger, but be upfront about that. Like don't try to dress it up as like this or that or whatever. It's okay to just be like, I'm still uncomfortable with this, and that's fine. And I don't consider that a waste of my time. At least you heard me out. You're acknowledging like, okay, I see your point, but it's just not for me. And buying is not right for everyone.
Yeah. And she's very upfront about that too.
Yeah.
Like that's what I appreciate as well. You're not just trying to get everybody to buy. No, like you say up front, if it looks like, if the numbers aren't matching or if the expectations are not really getting there, it's just like, this isn't going to work for you then. Like we don't need to do this.
Yeah.
So.
But I'll still help you move here.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Still there to answer questions.
Yeah,
like seriously,
100%.
She's a gem. So.
I'll give you that $20 later.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Oh
okay. I have questions for you.
Okay.
Little podcast guest questions. Is there any special topic that you want to talk about, whether it's within real estate, whether it's just to military spouses out there about starting their own business? Because I know a lot of military spouses have that like ambition, or the PCS here or the island in general. It's basically like an open blanket, like special guest topic of choice.
Okay, I do actually.
Okay, great.
And I want to talk to military spouses because I feel like
we're talking to you spouses.
I went through it and I know we're moving a lot. Not having a job is stressful, but I do see a lot on the spouses pages, people saying, I've been trying to get a job for like 3, 6, 9 months, you know, and I can't get a job. And I think the expectation management when it comes to buying a home should probably be in place as well when moving to Hawaii as well. You know, like you might not be able to get the same job. It's a small island, right? Like, and there are already people here
working.
But I also think we live in a day and age where AI is available and anybody can start a business. Literally anybody can start a business, and it's easy to do. It's not hard. I thought it would be hard. It's not hard. So just wanted to put that out there. Like, it's definitely possible. If you can find a need, you can fill a need, right? So
You've got
I just
some really
want
good
to empower.
one-liners in here.
I just want to empower other, especially moms who come here and feel like, oh my gosh, like, yes, it's so nice that we have the beach to go to every day.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where I was like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know myself right now. Like, I've never done this. I had never been a stay-at-home mom solely. Yeah. And that's a hard freaking job, man.
It is.
And especially when you're super poor. So
I think it's I just love everything you just said. I don't even know where to start. Like, I think it's important, and I'm talking to moms specifically right now. It is okay to want to find fulfillment outside of motherhood. Like,
I became a better mom, fulfilling my needs. And I don't think of this as a selfish thing. Like, my kids are seeing me doing things that I love, that are making me happy. And in turn, I'm able to support them and be happy for them and help guide them through things. I think it's so important to know that it's possible. It's totally possible. You don't have to put yourself in a bubble. So, yeah.
I love that. That's a high... Damn, that's a high bar to. I think I'm Victoria's next on the podcast. Victoria, you better watch out. You better have a good special topic. No. That is one that's literally is so.
I'm passionate about it because I've lived it. So
yeah, same. Like, I stayed home with Loretta, my daughter, for 14 months, and was slowly going mad. And that's like maybe bad to say as a mom, but like I had to get away from
we're all different. You know, I think there are plenty of moms out there who do it and they thrive in it, and that's amazing. Yeah. Like, holy cow,
it is a
amazing.
Job. Like, being a stay-at-home mom is a job if done.
It's already a full-time job. We don't get paid for it, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, but being able to do something for yourself, whether it's a job or a hobby, just doing something for yourself is so important, especially when you move here. You don't have family with you. You got nobody. It's just you and your family. So get out and find some hobbies. And hopefully you've got a supportive spouse who will
nurture that.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yes.
How have you found, because another big topic, we did some content recently and we got a lot of comments about, you know, Hawaii being so isolating. And I'm always very big on, like, we get to live here. You know, we don't have to, like, people save for years to come on vacation here for like 10 days. And we get to come here on the military's dime. And there's obviously lots of conversations about, like, cost of living here. And I'm always of the mindset of, like, yes, cost of living is higher here, but we also get double the housing allowance. And it's just like a one-sided bitch fest. I think sometimes people are like, the cost of living, blah, blah, blah. No one jumps in and is like, but they doubled your housing allowance to make the homes here affordable. And we get hundreds of dollars in cost of living allowance while we're here to help subsidize those costs. So I'm not saying that the military couldn't do a little better with those things, but
there's always room
substantial.
For
but it is substantial, the extra money we get here. But as far as being so far from family, because you have a large family and you're very close with your family, do you feel like it was super isolating coming here, or do you think people came to visit a lot, or you had opportunity to go to the mainland enough?
We had so many visitors. Expect visitors. Right. All right. And if you love to host, that's great. I love to host. And that's my opportunity. Let's go explore. Let's go do the stuff that I have been saving to do for when you get here.
Don't do it all before you get company.
You got plenty of time. You got 3 years at least. Anyway, so I loved it. Family would come visit. My parents, Sean's parents, have come out a lot. My kids call the Marriott Colina grandma's house because that's where we stay every time they come visit.
Fantastic.
So it's a vacation for us too. So anyways, awesome. So definitely take advantage of people coming to visit. And yes, we're far away, but I am a big Marco Polo fan. Have you heard of Marco Polo?
I have, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm on it every single day. I chat with my girlfriends from college every single day. I chat with my sisters. I chat with a lot of people all the time on it. And that's how I have stayed more in touch with people through that than I ever did living in Colorado, Texas.
Oh, wow.
All the places we've lived, because it's just a day-to-day, it's day-to-day conversation, you know?
Do you think you make more of a conscious effort to do it because you're so far away distance-wise? It's not like, I don't know, I feel the same. Like, me and my best friend, she was in Washington, I was in Colorado, and it'd be like weeks without us talking.
Yeah, go a month before a phone call would happen.
Here, I'm checking in with her because I know geographically I'm so far away from her. So it like prompts me to have that on my mind more, I guess, and like check in with her more. Because I do feel like I talk to her
I'll do that
more.
with it because I've got family and friends that aren't on it. So I want to be in. I want to see how it's going.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's when I'm on the long drive. It's really
long
drive around the island. It's
2.5 hours. Yeah.
That's my opportunity to call people or get on Marco Polo to be like, hey, how's it going?
I love that.
What'd you do this weekend? So
I love that. That's good tips because that's something that we face a lot coming here is people are like, oh, you're so isolated.
Well, and it's only 3 years. Like if you just think about it as an adventure and you just, I think it takes a mindset shift, you got to just embrace it. Otherwise it'll suck and then you hated it. So
and who wants
might
that?
as well enjoy it.
You got to make the best of these military duty stations, but it's not hard to do here.
I know.
Last question. Okay. What is, it could be a restaurant, an activity, whatever. Someone's coming here. They know nothing about the island. What is the thing that you tell them to do?
Well, I'm taking them to do it because I want to do it too.
Okay. What are we going to do?
So I love going to Haleiwa. I love Haleiwa Bowls and I love to do the paddleboarding up the river there. And shark diving. Have you done shark diving?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
So fun.
I've never even done the paddleboarding.
Oh my gosh.
If I'm honest,
so good.
I know.
Oh, it's so
I go to
fun.
Haleiwa, but I don't do, I see people do it and I'm like, I want to be that girl.
It's just fun to do. It's like a nice activity. The first time we did it, my son was like 2, I think, in his floaties and he just fell asleep. He was just sleeping on it the whole way up and down.
So fun.
I was like, this is so nice.
That's
so
chill.
It's just something different to do. And then the shark diving, I do it with One Ocean Diving. Love them.
How many times have you done it?
I've done it twice.
Oh my God, Mariah.
I want to go one more time, but I'm a little nervous because I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant.
The pregnancy makes me nervous because it's like I'm not as nimble,
Okay, if the shark gets in the tank, you being nimble
there's no
is
tank.
not.
There's no tank.
There's no cage.
That's what's amazing about it. Is so you're on a boat.
I'm getting up and leaving now. No,
it's
you
amazing.
Are crazy.
No, it's really cool.
Mariah, you cannot go. You cannot go.
It's a thrill. It's a thrill.
Little baby girl, don't worry. I'm not going to let mommy do anything reckless. Hell no. People comment, Mariah, do not do this.
What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You've done it without a cage twice?
I'm nervous to do it with the cage because this is what I've heard. So correct me if I'm wrong, but they throw chum in the water with the cage.
I've heard that.
And so they're more of a frenzy when they're around. So like, you never know what could happen, But when we go in the water, they literally just they bang the little ladder on the boat and it is kind of freaky because you're holding a rope. Everybody's got a rope. Your legs are out and you just see a bottomless pit of an ocean. That's my biggest fear actually, of being in the ocean. If I'm alone, I'm panicked. I can't do it. But if I got people around me, I'm okay.
Now.
But you just see all these Galapagos sharks coming up and they educate you on the way out there. These are the type of sharks we're going to see. These are the precautions we have in case our sonar, they do have equipment that can sense if, tiger shark, bigger, scarier ones come along. And one did, and everybody got out of the boat. They didn't tell us till we got out. There's a tiger shark in the water. And then once it was at a safe distance away, we all went back in and did it again. So it was really fun.
You are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are that is,
it's so fun.
No.
I almost shit my pants the first time we went because I was so scared. But after doing it, it's just one of those things. Once you've experienced it, it's just I would do it again. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm speechless. You're like an adrenaline junkie. Yes. No.
I love the feeling of not mastering it, but overcoming it.
Accomplishing.
So I love when you do those ropes courses and you have to climb by yourself up this big tall log, stand up on it. And when you jump, your team has the rope. So you're trusting your team. I remember doing that for my business class that I did in college.
God.
They had us do a camp out and it's just team bonding.
We will not be doing anything like that at Finding
Let's
Home.
do it. No, I'm ready.
Not.
And
have you done,
jump and just hope that I did a Spartan race last summer, remember?
Oh,
yeah. So I did. It's fun for me. I like to try new things, but I will not go skydiving.
I was going to say, Sean just went skydiving a few weeks ago, and I've never
from
heard
an airplane. No, thank you.
Perfectly good airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that, and I was like, well, you can't because you're pregnant.
His story is hilarious, too.
I can't wait to talk to him about it.
We were just flipping because the guy was a huge adrenaline junkie that he was attached to. So he's I'm glad it's me, but I'm literally dying.
Instant vomit. Yeah. I get so motion sickness. I can't even ride in a car. I get so motion sickness. Yeah. I would immediately vomit. But you've never been skydiving.
No, and I don't ever plan to. So
I can't wait.
But
I
love being I love just doing things. We go skiing. I tried surfing out here. If you are a mom There is a group called Join Surfing Moms, and it's great. It's 2 hours. You split it up. So 45 minutes, you are watching up to 4 kids. And then the other 45 minutes, you're in the water and somebody is watching your kids. So it's like,
that's really cool.
It was amazing. I got to get to know people and I learned how to do something I never thought.
We should do some content on that, really. That is amazing that a group of moms is doing that and kind of like sharing the childcare responsibility so that other moms can go and experience something like that. That is so cool.
I think it's like $50 a year. And there were people who were like, I just can't justify that. And I'm like, I can justify knowing that someone else committed the time and the money. Like when you put the money into it, like there's a commitment, you know? So it was great. So there's a lot to do here. So yeah.
All right. Anything else? Any other little tidbits or wisdom? This was a phenomenal episode.
I know.
You crushed it.
Fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As always, guys, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. I wouldn't have any of this if it weren't for you. Bye, guys.